Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we got pretty close to pinning this on Acro. We just basically have to get him to admit it at this point, but he's telling us that there's something with the circus's history that contradicts our claim that he did it, and sure. Oh, motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. I don't know if I buy that. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster. Acro's motive, It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well, however, I feel this is a good place to take a break. Oh. I'll listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. Oops. I guess I should have gone a few more seconds. I didn't know. Save progress, please, on the other save. I forgot to save between episodes. This is fine. I can't believe it, Acro. It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely isn't. To think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated? Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did? Psst, psst. Oops, sorry about that. But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know. But you're not, which is kind of the reason why... Hey. Oh, hey, pal. You're gonna ignore me after I went all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Ah, Detective Gumshoe. Ah, forget it, I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. No, Detective, I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? You got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective? No, well, if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned. What is it? Here you go. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later. Won't Ms. Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up till now has gone according to our plan. I don't know, Ms. Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. Final plan? What is going on? That reminds me, I got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it, and that's it from me too, pal. I'm out of here. What did he mean by that, the very end part? I'm not sure, it was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Ah, don't scare me like that. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What, for me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk for me. Not really what I want to focus on. I'm waiting for the milk to be the thing that proves his innocence.
Court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please continue from where you left off.
I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime.
Understood now, Mr. Dingling.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please proceed with your testimony.
Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Oh, no. Oh, what was... Oh, alright. We'll look at it later. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Very Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life.
You're such a thoughtful young man.
As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such esteem.
You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there?
What? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. I feel like I'm going to... Yeah. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness.
Okay. Abandoned by our parent. Is this gonna hurt me to press? We? Yes, my brother Sean and I.
What, you have a brother?
How old were you when this happened, Acro? I was 8 years old and my brother was 4.
Your parents were very cruel, weren't they?
Nowadays we aren't bitter about what happened to us, because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the Berry Big Circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like.
How?
No crying in court. Let's keep going.
The witness may proceed with his testimony.
How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster? He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother all rolled up into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had.
What about the other people at the circus?
This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in, so no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and a smile. What a beautiful story. And that's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person? I know, he seems like a nice guy, which is what makes this so difficult.
So then how long have you been a performer?
Around age 9. You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age? I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dinglingberries. It's nearly a household name. I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar! The point is, I wanted to be of some use to the circus.
You are truly a remarkable young man.
The judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father. Okay, this is the last... Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Ow! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of the witness's testimony, or the heartfelt emotions contained within? Oh, you wouldn't know anything about heartfelt emotions, You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard.
Ow! 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 No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life.
Why'd you just whip the judge? Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk.
I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it is pretty unlikely.
Exactly right, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
I'd just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead?
I don't think so. Could I present this? I don't think... Because this note wasn't intended for the ringmaster. To the murderer was for Regina. Oh, I wanted to... Bat scarf stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. Pepper like this pepper? There's no way that's coincidence. Am I supposed to say no? Because I don't think he wanted the ringmaster dead. Unless my explanation is that it was an accident. I don't want to pick this in. Well, I think I would just lose 2 health. I feel like this is what it's pushing for. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
Whoa, what?
That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow! Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget you made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of Russellberry, ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right.
The end of things?
Acro, you didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russellberry to begin with. What?
Order! Then if I don't care who it is, smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? Now!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else?
Yes!
Regina Berry?
This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct?
Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all I have to do is say, you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Enough, Mr. Wright. Allow me to... Now!
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Oh, jeez.
Huh?
And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence now. I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Oh.
Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro's out to kill this young girl.
Is it her... not her brother? Oh. Duh, the note. Acro, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat.
Inside the victim's tailcoat?
Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m.
So you're saying that he called Russellberry with that note?
No. Yes, but there's just one little problem.
Problem?
Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry.
Order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours?
It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her, which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note? correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina.
That's incredible.
Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? Yeah, so he wouldn't have known who it was. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. So he wouldn't know. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was.
I've got it. Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza.
And that's when he let the bus fly. Hey, Nick. Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it.
Acro wrote this note to Regina.
Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas. Oh, I can't read that fast. You're so foolish. You've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes, what about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Barry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Barry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what that note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter.
Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note?
The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. Right? I mean, we know, well, I guess we don't know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron.
Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case?
It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Oh my god. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago actually is... Well, alright, how do you phrase that? I have conclusive evidence of what took place. It's not... Is it the pepper? Because it was in the box. I'm assuming the box... Unless there was more in that. Unless this was in the box. That scar stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. Huh. I don't know. I'm actually between the... I'm leaning towards this because it was in the box, and the box was left there, so we know that... Oh, yeah, actually that makes it... It has to be this.
Achoo!
What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for.
What do you mean?
Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside.
Another unbelievable conclusion. Well, Mr. Wright, so what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Barry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
Maybe. Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? It's the intended part that's throwing me, otherwise I would say it's Bat.
Who is this?
That is Acro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead? Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead.
Regina, she did that to him.
Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
A lion?
Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina Berry could never do something like that. It's just not in her.
So then what happened to Acro's brother?
He's not the victim of an attempted murder, he's the victim of an accident. I agree with that. I think I know what happened.
I see.
Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? I don't think it was on purpose. But I feel like we're gonna need to give... We're gonna have to give more than that. We're gonna have to give some evidence here. Ooh. I don't like these 50-50. I like presenting evidence. It's much easier. The lion-biting bat was no... Oh, that's not what I meant. Oh, crap.
What?
You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. I agree with that. Where are we going? She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat. Is it this? Is it what I think? Do we have the picture? The one with the smiling lion? We don't. I think this is it. I hope I'm right, because this is gonna hurt if I'm wrong.
That's just a scarf.
Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him.
Regina?
There's something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor.
And what might that be?
Pepper.
Pepper?
Pepper. Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident. Okay, yep, I was right. And she covered it with as much pepper as she could. The bird attacking Phoenix. Has that been happening the whole time and I just missed it? Because I've been like kind of laser focused on the text. That's awesome. Hey, what's with the silent treatment?
Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal.
Letting that one go.
But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Ms. Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that?
It still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
Oh. Smiling? The lion was smiling?
Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling.
Lions smile?
I've never heard of them smiling, however. Lions. Okay. Yeah, so she put the pepper on the scarf. I believe... Didn't Acro say that Bat made Regina sneeze with some pepper? So then Regina put pepper on the scarf, presumably to make Bat sneeze? I don't know how you don't notice that your new scarf is covered in pepper, but whatever. And the lion sneezed and... okay.
What?
Leanne wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. Whew. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf.
Whoa, what?
You fool! You get a recess? Alright, we're gonna end on that look because I don't think it's gonna get much better than this. Oh, I wonder how... I thought we were kind of closing in on the end, but we'll stop it here. Like I said, I might just go all the way through and then cut the episodes up, but this seems like a good stopping point, so we'll see where things go from here. I'm with the judge. I believe it makes sense, sort of, with everything else that's happening. But that's the look right there. Hopefully you guys are still having a good time. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.